A Massachusetts congressman was in Boston today defending his plan to help Americans struggling with foreclosure. The president has vowed to veto Barney Frank's proposal if it passed. NECN business reporter Peter Howe has more.
When Democrats regained control of Congress last year, Massachusetts Representative Barney Frank became chairman of the Financial Services Committee. Frank has never been shy about expressing opinions, but now his opinions can move the stock market. And with the mess in real estate, subprime mortgage crisis, the collapse of Bear Stearns, Frank says after years of deregulation, the time has come for some re-regulation.
What we are now going to be working on is trying to find rules that constrain what we think is too much risk-taking.
Frank was in town to speak to business leaders at the Boston Harbor Hotel. One area where he's particularly pushing for stronger regulation, home mortgages originated by non-bank financial institutions.
We see this in the subprime crisis. I mean, if in fact mortgage loans, residential mortgage loans, were made only by banks or thrifts or credit unions, then we would not have a subprime crisis. And I think we wouldn't have the economic problem we now have. There were loans that were made, many of the loans that are now in foreclosure. If a bank had made them, the bank examiners would have been all over them. They would have said, what the hell is the matter? How can you lend to this person?
One area where Frank is already pushing to get the federal government more involved in the markets, rescuing homeowners at risk of foreclosure. The House recently approved Frank's proposal for federal loan guarantees to roll over 500,000 troubled mortgages, totaling $300 billion in debt, at risk of foreclosure. The net cost to taxpayers, $1.7 billion. President Bush is threatening a veto, saying the bill rewards irresponsible speculators, but Frank is firing back.
At a cost of $1.7 billion, that will avert 500,000 foreclosures. Now remember, the Bush administration, which said they didn't like this, had the people who do business with Bear Stearns get $29 billion of federal money. So we're talking about averting 500,000 foreclosures for $1.7 billion versus $29 billion for the people who did business with Bear Stearns.
Nearly 40 Republicans in the House went along with Democrats backing Frank's plan. It's now in front of the Senate. Peter Howe, NECN.